The Senior Center provides a valuable service to people here in Kingston. And here to tell me more about it is Don Amos, the Executive Director. I'm so glad you could join us today.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
So you've got, there's different sessions throughout the year, and you've got a new one just about to start.
We do, yeah. So we operate on kind of like a semester system. So we call session 1. That would start in right after Labor Day weekend and run roughly for 10 weeks. And then session 2 would be mid-November to February, and we're in session 3 now. We're just ending. Session 4, which is probably one of our shorter sessions, would run for 2 months. That would be for May and June. And we're just launching that now. We opened up our registration a couple of weeks ago. And we've got a number, well over 220 programs that we're offering in session 4. So we've got a number of new programs and a number of just reoccurring programs that folks are signing up for and enjoying.
Well, tell me about some of the new ones.
So yeah, we've got the Go-Go Circuit one, which is a brand new program, and that's meant for individuals who went through the 70s phases of dancing and club dancing, the disco stuff. So we have that type of dancing. So that's a brand new program. The other one that we have is a basic yoga. So a lot of people are really intrigued now with yoga, and they don't know where to sign up or how to sign up for a course, so they don't know much about yoga. And if you're someone like me whose flexibility is not great, who really could use yoga in their life, this basic yoga is really a true introduction. It talks about the very basic movements. So if you've never ever taken yoga, this would be something like that for it. Another one would be the psychedelic addictions of drugs. And believe it or not, I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions out there that, well, it's seniors, so there's no concerns there in regards to addictions. And there is. I mean,
there is.
Yeah. So and that can range from all sorts of aspects of addictions. I mean, it talks about the smoking sensations or the addictions with smoking and alcohol, and then there's the various forms of drugs. And so we have a presenter that comes in and talks about all of those aspects and what that looks like and how to work through those issues. And we ran that in session 3 for the first time, and the program filled completely. So it's a very interesting program, and people are very intrigued with it and are interested in it.
Let me stay with that for just a minute. So is this for people who are dealing with this sort of addiction, or is it they may have a family member, or they're just curious, or
probably all the above?
Okay.
Probably all the above, yeah. So it's the presenter was originally only going to do a one session, I believe, aspect, and there was so much demand and wait list that the programs department convinced the instructor to come back and say, let's do this again, and they agreed, and so we're offering it again. So very, very intriguing, and it's a lot. We're trying to break some of the myths of what the Seniors Association about. We're not just about, for lack of a better word, and we have these type of programs, and they're great for individuals who want to learn about that, and it could be knitting, and it could be cards of any type of variety. But we're also pushing the limits in other areas, and the other areas are this type of aspect of really deep diving into subjects that are not necessarily taboo, but not usually talked about. We want to really bring some subject matter experts in to let our members know about some of the topics that a lot of people are struggling with, or they could be struggling with and just don't know how to ask those questions or where to go. So we go down that road. And
it's a safe atmosphere when you're sitting there in a crowd. It's not one-on-one and bearing your soul, so you can get the information that you want on. And that's just a start, is different addictions, and that's a really good idea. The membership in the Senior Center, by the way, that's a really awful name. I'm sorry, Don, but come on.
I know. I've had many conversations with our members, our board, our staff. In the moment I'm out in the public and in a setting potentially like this, or just meeting a group of people, and I say, I work for the Seniors Association, or I say I work at the Senior Center on Francis Street, you can see the mind starting to whirl a little bit, and then generally their first question is, so you work for a long-term care facility or you work for a retirement residence, and it's no, no, no. We're a recreation facility that offers programs and events and services for people to really stay active, and then the light starts to come on, and they realize, oh, okay, so I have to go down the road of, well, we do these type of programs as opposed to, so our name inhibits us a little bit, and I've had conversations with our members, and when you ask someone if they're a senior, you have that mental image. Okay, this is what a senior looks like. And when I walk up to a member that potentially is 83 or 84, and I'll ask them, what program are you taking? And it's really great to, and if you ask them, do you feel you're a senior? Their first response will be, I'm not a senior. So it's a mindset, but we do really have a name that needs to be
yeah,
adjusted.
Senior is a little better than elderly, but just a bit.
Yeah.
Because actually, you've got members, what, in their 50s?
30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, all the way up to over 100. Now, the bulk of our membership, obviously, is in their 60s and 70s, and lots of in their 80s, obviously. But we've got a lot of baby boomers and Gen Xers that are experimenting, because some people are working from home now or have the flexibility to work from home, so their schedules are more free. And we offer some programs in the evening, so if people want to test the waters and see what the Seniors Association is about, they can test the waters and test some of our programs on the weekend or in the evening. And then when they do fully retire or reach that semi-retirement state, then they can reach into the bulk of our programs, which is obviously during the day. So.
The thing that's nice too, there's a cost. It's reasonable, but there's still a cost. But there's other stuff that you can do at the senior center that you can get a decent lunch.
Yes.
A 3-course lunch for, what are you up to now, $12?
I think it's 12 or 13. I should know this, but I guess it's
somewhere in there. Like for a 3-course meal, come on, it's all home cooked. It's a really nice meal. Or the coffee shop, get a sandwich and so on. There's a library. You can pick up you can get your blood pressure checked. You can talk to. There's a lawyer.
We do have a free legal clinic, exactly, and we have a new program. Not new. Melanie would shoot me by saying new. It's a we call phone from home program. So you don't need a membership, and all you need is a phone. That's it. So you call in, and we have Melanie offers programs. They're 1-hour programs, once in the morning and once in the afternoon, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And she facilitates some of them. Some of them are games, so they're like bingo or chatty crafters, conversation type activities. And then we have other learning process ones where we'll bring a subject matter expert in to talk about a given subject. And case in point, we had during the pandemic, we had someone from the health unit come in, or not come in, but call in and present the aspects of COVID. And we had close to 40 people on that phone call. So it really took off. And so Melanie's done a great job. The City of Kingston saw the value in this, and they've assisted in giving us some core funding so the program can continue. No membership, it's completely free. All you have to do is call Melanie, and she'll give you the aspects of what the programs are about, and then you just hop in. I mean, one of them is we have a retired Wolf Islander captain who talks about the stories of the Lake Ontario seas or the Lake Ontario adventures of being a captain on a very large boat. And so we've had a lot of good uptake on that. So
that would be fun.
That'd
be fun to hear that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, really. So that's absolutely free, and that's something you don't even have to go outside.
No, and that's part of our aspect. We're trying to reach people who are isolated, maybe a little bit lonely, or the couch has turned a little bit into more of their friend than they want, but they don't know how to get that next step of re-engaging. This is that nice soft aspect of just call in, and oftentimes you'll hear Melanie laughing in her office as she's facilitating a course, and there's other people on the line that are laughing with her, and that starts the conversation, and she'll average between 10 and 20 people on a phone call. and sometimes it's the same people and sometimes it's new, but you get to meet new people or hear new people and hear some about their stories or what they're thinking about on the topic that's being discussed. And it's just a great way to re-engage your mind and get social again.
It's super idea, but if you do like to get out and
Yes.
fresh air and so on,
Yeah.
it isn't just on Francis Street. That's your main one, and that's near it's in Portsmouth.
Portsmouth Village.
Right,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was a public school, and now it's been turned into the senior center.
Yeah.
But you've got satellites now. Tell me about
we've
those.
we've got three locations now, and we've got a fourth one coming. So the first location that we started was we call Senior Center West, and that's a joint collaboration with the Boys and Girls Club at the Frontenac Mall. So we go in there 4 days a week, and we offer programs and services during the day. And then usually we're gone around 2:30. Our programs end, and then obviously the Boys and Girls Club takes over with their activities.
And that includes a swimming pool.
Yes, so we do
Yeah.
offer some swimming activities, whether it's a aquafit class or length swimming of that kind.
Right.
We did at one point offer a learn to swim class. I don't think we're doing that now. I think it's just straight length swimming. But it's, so we have
Super.
access to the pool, and we're using it very handily when it's available. Typical Kingston issues. There are limited pool hours right now in Kingston. That's
Right.
and we're all of us,
Right.
all service providers are working through that issue.
And then you've got the one in the north end, the Rito Heights area, and then there's
Yep.
one in the east end over across the new bridge.
Yes,
And,
yeah.
and where's the fourth one?
So the fourth one we're launching in September, and we're calling that Senior Center Dome. So if you know where the old Star Tech building is, in that St. Lawrence Business Park, a little further deeper into that business park are two domes. One is a very large pickleball dome, and it will hold, I believe, 12 courts, and then there'll be a tennis dome as well, and I think it holds 4 or 6 courts.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
What a good idea. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, so we're going to be the main tenants going in there.
That,
So.
boy, it's just growing bigger. But what's the membership now?
Our membership for 1 year is $50.
Okay.
And that gets you access to our over 220 programs every session. There are fees, obviously, to some of our programs. If we have a volunteer or a facilitator delivering that program, the fees are fairly inexpensive. If it's being delivered by a subject matter expert, where we have to hire them as a contract person, the fees are a little more expensive. But I want to let the public know and let everyone know that we do have subsidies available. So if you want to take a course, we want you to come in and take a course. We're about inclusivity. We want people to be engaged. We want people to socialize, stimulate your mind, be physically active, eating good food. But we have all 4 of those aspects, with the key one being socialization. And we don't want to deny anybody.
I was not aware of that, but thank you for sharing that. And thank you so much for coming in today to tell me all about all
Thank
this.
you.
And more information's on the screen.
Yeah, thank you
Right.
so much.
Okay, Don, thanks.